Hey everyone, I'm wygowarrior, aka Julie. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, wygo stands for when you get old. Alright, look what I have. 4 makeup products that I received in my July Boxycharm by Ipsy. So I'm going to be doing a try-on and first impression review of all these makeup products. Now, if you've been following me, thank you. You know that I typically will do a subscription box try-on, and I get more than one subscription box. Unfortunately, I totally forgot that in the Allure box, we received a primer, which is technically a makeup product, and I come to you already prepared with my foundation and concealer. So yeah, we will save that for a future get ready with me. But before I forget, let me pin my hair up and zoom on in. All right, let's start with this first product, which is the bronzer from Just XIMENA Cosmetics. This retails for, I believe, $25. And to be honest, I've never heard of this brand before. Comes in some pretty standard black plastic packaging. And it does come with a mirror. Look at this. It's one of those face products that has a gradient. So it's a little deeper here and then slowly goes down to a lighter shade. I am so fair, I don't know what you'll be able to see. So I did some swatches. This here is the deepest side of the pan. Next over is the lightest side. Right here I swiped in the middle. And this big boy over here, I just did a swirl all around to get both the light side and the dark side. It does seem to have more of a red undertone, which I'm not a fan of. However, I will take a red undertone over an orange undertone any day of the week. I'm gonna first kind of dip into the deeper side. I'm curious what kind of, coverage, or not coverage, but how deep or dark that's going to be. Let's just tap her on. Okay. At first I thought maybe it would be way too light for me. Not that someone who goes ham should worry about something too light. But honestly, I'm fair, and that just seemed a little too fair. But I think that's actually going to be perfect. And I like that deeper end. So let's match up the other side, and then I think I'll go swirling all about to kind of get a little more on top. So this deeper shade I'm using more kind of as a contour. And now let's just kind of go to town here. It is a little powdery, not too bad, but if you like to know that information, I will share. It doesn't seem to tap off too much. Okay, so now let's just, come up the cheeks a little higher and take what's ever remaining just around the perimeter. And yes, all right, what do we think? How's my application? A little ham? That would be normal and typical. It will all work out. All right, let's move on to the next product, which is a trio of products. This here is the Made to Multitask Lip, Cheek, and Eye palette. Oh, I didn't catch the eye part when I did my unboxing. This here's from Laura Geller, and it's in the shades Think Pink. This palette retails for $32. I say that because right now it is only $12 in the Ipsy shop, and if it normally retails for $32, yeah, snatch it up. 2 of the shades, the ones I would consider blush shades, these are cream products. And then this highlighter shade is a powder. I'm going to first try this kind of lighter shade. I'm curious to see how well it will build up, and maybe it's a perfect everyday shade. If it doesn't have enough color pigmentation, then I can go into the deep fuchsia. But let's first take a look to see what we're dealing with here. All right. That is probably not going to pick up on camera. It's a very soft, subtle, go into the office kind of a blush, which is why I kind of wanted to give it a try on its own. But now let's go on the other side into this very deep fuchsia, and let's see how clown I can go. No, I kid. But let's see how deep that is. Oh, okay. I'm very surprised. I thought there'd be a big stripe of like bright pink. They honestly look very similar. This one is a little more pronounced, but it should be because it's like 3 times the brightness. Okay. And honestly, I was first going to go in using my finger and then thought a sponge, but I decided to grab this brush. And it's going on much better than, I don't know, I thought it would. Why I would choose a brush if I didn't think it would go on very well. Amateur, but I'm pleasantly surprised. Okay, we will see if that lasts or dissipates, because I notice with just about any blush, it can be a powder, it can be a cream, it can be a liquid. When I apply it, you know, I'm like, oh my God, I went ham. And by the end of the video, it's almost like it seeps into your skin or settles down. It's like, wait, what happened to my blush? But right now, at least in real life, it looks really nice. Like, not in your face, but you can tell, yeah, I have a little makeup on, but not too much. I am enjoying this way more than I thought, because even though I'm Laura Geller's demographic, I'm not hers. That made no sense. I'm just not a big fan of Laura Geller's products, or at least the ones I've tried this far, particularly ones that get a lot of hype. So I go out and buy them, try them, and I'm like, huh? But that's just me. Don't come at me if you love them. I get it. Every person's different. Everyone has different skin types, tones, etc. I'm more of a Charlotte girl if you really want to know, but I am also an equal opportunity brand trier-outer. That is an official title that I just made up. But you know what? Yeah, that is describing me to perfection. All right, let's move on to the highlighter. And I almost grabbed the Laura Geller, but I forgot we actually got another highlighter in the box. This here is from a brand called Chica Beauty. I also have never heard of this brand before. This is a duo-ended highlighter. So one side is going to be a cream product and the other is going to be a liquid. Now, when I did the swatches in the unboxing, these were quite golden, which are beautiful, don't get me wrong, but for my fair skin, this seems like something that would look fantastic on somebody with like olive skin tone or with a nice, legit summer tan, not this fake tan I got going on, but we will give it a try. All right, I'm going to try with the liquid side first. Just going to put 3 little dots because I don't know. I don't want to go too ham. I'm just going to take my finger at first and let's see what that does. All right. Yeah, it's, first off, for a highlighter, it's not super highlighty, but let me look in the viewfinder because sometimes these bright lights, when I look in my little hand mirror, it's like I don't see much, and then in editing, I'm like, girl, you went cray-cray. Okay. Let's now try the, maybe I didn't apply, I only did little teeny dots, but let's first give the little stick product a try over here. Maybe I shouldn't do that. It might rub off my, what you would call it, concealer, no, foundation, blush, everything. I'm just going to take a little brush here. This is a concealer brush. Hopefully I remember I did this and or clean my brush before I try to use it again. It's the same. I'm not picking up much. All right. Now when I swatched, I saw a shimmer, but I also, you know, kind of dunked on pretty hard there. Let me now try this one from Laura Geller. Kind of a brush should I use? I guess maybe a fluffier brush. Let's go this guy here, because this is a powder. So let's see what this looks like. Okay, already I see a little more glow. It does kind of sit on top the skin a little bit. I don't have large pores, but it is emphasizing my skin a little, so I can imagine if you do have larger pores or texture, you may not enjoy this. However, I'm enjoying the highlighter properties of this highlighter a lot more than that other product. So, yes, Laura, this little palette, $12. This to me is not worth $32. If I'm going to spend over $30, that's hello, Charlotte, or Pat McGrath, or Huda. I don't know, that price range, you know? For Laura Geller, $12 seems most appropriate, but I'm loving what my cheeks look like. All right, speaking of Laura Geller, let's move on to the last product. That is this palette here called Wildflower Wishes. This is a 14-pan multi-finish eyeshadow palette. I think the packaging is beautiful. I mean, it's just your standard kind of cardboard, but I love this soft yellow. I love these flowers. It's perfect for spring, summer. And the color story is very neutral girl approved for somebody who's neutral approved. It is a little spicy. I halfway kid and halfway telling the truth, because a true neutral person would be like kind of scared of these kind of orangey shades. I'm like loving it because they are really pretty and just on camera aren't quite jiving with the actual tones. They're very peach, orange, tangerine, and I've been wanting to do an eye look with these color shades, and the lazy girl in me didn't feel like digging through my huge collection, so this came into my life at the perfect time. All right, I'm gonna start with this shade here called Marigold and get that all into the crease, and let's see what kind of an eye look I can put together. All right, that is very close to my kind of skin tone-ish, a little more orange, but you know, it's the lightest matte shade in that palette. Well, no, second lightest. The lightest is what I'm going to put on my brow bone, but that is as expected for a crease shade. I'm now going to take this shade here called Marigold with the same brush, because you know me, I'm lazy, and get it a little more focused on the outer area. It's just ever so deeper than that first shade, and it has a little more neutral brown with still a little bit of that warm kind of orangey, I won't say orange, but you know, it's in the orange family. That was a very subtle difference there. I will take that same shade and get that underneath my lash line, and hopefully, unlike last time, I'll pinch the brush a little more and not look so crazy. All right. So very simple so far. Now, the darkest shade in the palette is called Zinnia, and I'm going to use that to deepen up the outer corner. It looks really dark on the brush. I did a little swatch on the back of my hand and it didn't seem that dark, but let's use a gentle touch so that, you know, I don't look too crazy, because I am probably going to leave the house and go out to dinner Saturday. That's my big excitement for the weekend, is leaving the house for some food that, you know, I didn't have to cook. Let me know if you do the same. You look forward to the weekend. And I'm not talking like some big fancy restaurant for like an anniversary. I'm talking, you know, along the lines of like a Red Robin or a Outback Steakhouse, you know, just something where you leave, you feel like you had a decent meal but didn't spend over $75. That's what I'm talking about. All right, my eye look changed drastically, not in a bad way, more in what I had in my head of the look I was going for. This was, I was thinking, oh, let's do more tangerine orange, but this brown altered that because it was way more pigmented than I anticipated and looks good. It's just we kind of shifted away from orange. So let's see how bad I can ruin this look by, I don't know, going into one of these more orange shades. Oh, I hope I don't regret this. All right, so that is what that shade looks like. Let's see. Oh, yeah, okay. There we go. I'm just going to try to get it right there, and we're experimenting. Oh, let me know if you... Oh, no. Oh, I messed up. Okay, I'll fix that later. Let me know if you kind of do the same. You have one intention, and then you... It's kind of... Sometimes it can be a happy accident. It's like, oops, oh, but I like that. Other times it's like, good Lord, what'd I do? Which is, this is quickly turning into one of those scenarios. I'm going to grab a makeup wipe. Actually, it's a baby wipe, but we'll just kind of tap that out. Okay, it's still looking pretty, but just darker than I normally like. So let's first go and with the plan I originally had, which was to use this orangey shade here, which is called Tiger Lily. It's the most orange of the bunch. And let's just add a little under the eyes, and hopefully this isn't where I go, why? Why'd you do that? Okay, so I'm just going to take whatever remains and get a little there because that's not going to do anything. All right, which is the most orange of the shimmer shades? I think it's this guy here, which is called Forget Me Not, and it's quite kind of copper looking, but maybe it will bring out the orange. And the more I'm looking at myself, the less this is like a summer look and more like what I would consider an autumn or fall look. It's all good, but also considering this palette was supposed to be like, ooh, it's very neutral, wygowarrior friendly. Is this not the most adventurous eye look you've seen me apply in a really long time? Yeah, so don't be fooled by this. You can achieve a more adventurous, wow, that's really adventurous, eye look. But you know what? I forgot to do something. Just occurred to me. I need to go into this really, really light shade here that is called Aster and get that on my brow bone. And yes, okay, so that will go there. And I was thinking, since I do want to lighten up the shimmer part, what is going on there? Hold on. It's like I have I don't know what's going on there. It reminded me of those young singers that like have a scar in their eyebrow, kind of puts a little, anyways, fix that. Matching. All right, what was I saying? Oh, yes. This highlighter that, you know, did not highlight very well on my cheeks. I'm going to try the cream side with my finger just to see what that would look like on the inner corner area of my eyes. So hopefully this is not a big old regret, but let's just see if we can't lighten this up a tad. Okay, a little bit. Still way too dark for me as a highlighter, and honestly, it's not very highlighty. All right, I'm gonna pop off camera, take the hair clip out, apply eyeliner, and then I'll come back and give my final thoughts. All right, so here is the final look. I'm 95% happy with it. I just wish there was a lighter shimmer on my eyes. And then I thought, you know, what always comes to the rescue for me? It's this little compact from Ofra, and the shade that's calling me is a shade I never use as a highlighter because it's peachy orange, which for this eye look I think will be spectacular. So I'm just gonna take a little and toss it right here because I love a lighter kind of shimmer shade in the corner of my eye there. What do you think? Did that help? Or not do anything? Or make the eye look worse? I think it's just slightly different, and I'm gonna match. Whether it's better or worse, it should look the same. Alright. But I am curious what you think of this subtle change. Alright, so let me quickly run through the products. The bronzer from just XIMENA. Honestly, I think I could apply a little more. I might have been a little soft-handed, or maybe it's just that the blush is kind of taking over. But let's just tap a little more on, and hopefully I don't regret doing that there. But let me know. Did you notice it? Could you see it? Is this a bad thing, or did that help ever so slightly? I'm not mad at that. I think it's nice. Is it my favorite bronzer in the world? No. Have I tried way, 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 way worse? Oh, yes. And the tone, I am really appreciative that it is not orange. I will take a red to neutral undertone any day of the week. The product that surprised me the most is this trio palette from Laura Geller. 2 cream blushes, both looked really nice. And then this highlighter. The highlighter is giving shimmer, shine, and highlighty. It's just picking up on texture a little too much, but it is 100 times more shimmery than this product here from, what was it? Chica Beauty. Yeah, this is a definite pass. No shimmer, no glimmer, no highlightiness. Cream versus liquid. It helped my eyes a little bit, but yeah, you can pass. Last we have the eyeshadow palette. Oh, this is deceiving. You get it and you're like, oh, look at that nice little neutral palette. Yeah, neutral tones and shades, but look how adventurous you can get. Everyone who wears like dark purples, reds, greens, and bright blues are like, girl, you're crazy. Yes, I am. I'm very crazy. But for a true neutral person who wears eyeshadow, this is a tad bit adventurous, but in a good way. So let me know, A, if you would consider this adventurous, and B, what you think. Can I pull this off at my age, skin tone, just in general? And it's okay, be honest. You can say, you know, Julie, I've seen other colors on you that look better, or no, rock it, you know, because sometimes when I ask, everyone wants to be nice. They don't want to sound so you can give constructive criticism without being mean. But yeah, if it doesn't look good, and not just this video, any video, feel free to stop being so nice, because you don't want to hurt my feelings. Like, oh, you look beautiful, that looks good. It's okay to say, girl, you messed up, because it's true. All right, I want to thank each and every one of you for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't done so by now, I would love if you would subscribe. For those who have, thank you so much. Remember to click that bell icon so you can be notified of future videos. And if you could do me a big favor, clicking the thumbs up, it really does help with my channel to grow. All right, thanks everyone.